Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our lecturer. Today we will be presenting developing an information security governance framework for public cloud adoption in low resource economies, a case study of Uganda. My name is AMANANI BINTI MOHD.YUSOF. My metric number is 2023239252. So I will begin with the introduction. I will introduce the importance of information governance or IG in the context of cloud adoption for low-resource economies with a focus on Uganda. As organizations worldwide undergo rapid digital transformations, IG has become essential. It ensures that information assets are managed effectively through strong policies, standards, and practices addressing not only records management but also security, privacy, data quality, and risk management. The growing popularity of cloud computing presents significant opportunities for emerging economies like Uganda. Cloud solutions can help improve public service delivery, reduce infrastructure costs, and enhance scalability. Uganda's digital government strategy highlights this benefit as key objective. However, there are real challenges: weak governance frameworks, inconsistent policies, a shortage of skilled personnel, and inadequate ICT infrastructure all increase risks. These include unauthorized access, data loss, and difficulties in complying with international data protection standards. International standards and guidelines such as NIST SP 800-144 and ISO or IEC 27001 emphasize the need for clear security and privacy policies, legal compliance, data control, vendor transparency, and auditability, especially in cloud environments. Case studies from countries like India and Saudi Arabia show that successful cloud governance frameworks required adaptation to local realities, centralized control, and alignment with both legal and business requirements. This research aims to develop an information security governance model tailored for low-resource economies. Using Uganda as a case study, we seek to bridge the gap between international best practice and unique constraints faced by developing countries.
Research objective. Objective of the study is identify key aspects influencing information security governance in public cloud adoption in low resource economies. Propose a practical governance framework that addresses these aspects and it's tailored to the Ugandan context. And lastly, examine best practices from similar countries that have implemented secure cloud governance models and derive applicable lessons. Okay, next for the research question, guiding question, which is the number one: what are the critical factors affecting the implementation of information security governance in Uganda public cloud adoption? Number two, what challenges do organizations in low resource economies face in implementing cloud governance? And lastly, how can a structured governance framework be developed to support secure and effective public cloud adoption?
Hi everyone, my name is NADRATUL SURAYA binti SAMSOR. Now I will walk you through the research methodology used in this study, which explore information security governance in the adoption of public cloud technologies in Uganda. This research adopt a qualitative case study design with Uganda selected as a representative low-resource country. Uganda's unique socio-economic and infrastructural conditions make it an ideal setting to explore governance issues in public cloud adoption. For data collection, we conducted document analysis and review secondary sources, including Uganda National Information Security Strategy 2014, academic research and institutional reports. This helped uncover governance framework, regulatory gaps, and current practice in Uganda's public sector. We also included comparative analysis with countries like India and Saudi Arabia, which share similar economic or infrastructural challenges. This added valuable context and potential best practice relevant to Uganda. For data analysis, we use thematic analysis to identify key patterns and themes, such as leadership, policy clarity, infrastructure limitation, risk management, and stakeholder awareness. This theme informed the development of a governance framework suited to Uganda's context. This approach was chosen because it fits the exploratory nature of the research, focusing on how and why governance issues emerge rather than measuring variables. It also addressed the practical limitation in low research environments where access to primary data is often restricted. However, the study is limited by its reliance on secondary data, which may not capture real-time organizational practice. Future research could include interview or pilot testing the framework in actual Ugandan institutions to enhance its applicability. Thank you.
Cloud computing. Cloud computing is a major innovation in the global information and communication technology known as ICT field. It offers businesses of all sizes scalable, flexible, and affordable solutions. One of the most common types is the public cloud, which is managed by third-party providers. It delivers services like data storage, computing power, and applications over the internet using a pay-as-you-go system. The public cloud is open to the general public and can be run by private companies, governments, universities, or a mix of these. Its resources are shared among many users. Information Security Governance (ISG). Information Security Governance (ISG) is a vital part of an organization's overall governance. It involves a set of policies, structures, and controls that ensure information security strategies are aligned with business goals and are practical to implement. ISG helps organizations manage risk, ensure accountability, and meet policy and regulatory requirements. It also defines clear rules and responsibilities.
Hello, my name is NADRATUL and I will present about the critical factor influencing cloud adoption and governance, focusing on how these factors affect countries like Uganda. I will cover technological, organizational, environmental, individual, and risk management aspects. Starting with technological factor, cloud computing offers great benefits such as flexibility, scalability, and cost efficiency, which are especially helpful in resource-limited settings. However, Uganda faces challenges like inconsistent power supply and limited broadband infrastructure, which restrict organizations from fully utilizing cloud services. Data protection and trust are also key technological concerns. Organizations need confidence that their sensitive data will be secure and compliant with local law. Uganda's lack of comprehensive data protection legislation raises fears about data sovereignty and unauthorized access, making many hesitant to move critical information to the cloud. Another technological challenge is integrating legacy systems. Many Ugandan organizations still rely on outdated IT infrastructure that does not easily connect with modern cloud platforms. This can cause data silos, inefficiency, and security vulnerability, making smooth interoperability essential for successful cloud adoption. Moving to organizational factors, leadership and top management support are vital. Strong commitment from leadership ensure that security governance is prioritized through research allocation for training, policy development, and infrastructure upgrades. In Uganda, where IT budgets are often limited, visible leadership backing is crucial to justify. Next is the size and structure of an organization also influence governance. Larger organizations usually have dedicated IT and security teams capable of implementing comprehensive security frameworks. In contrast, many SMEs and publicly funded organizations in Uganda lack specialized staff and resources, leading to fragmented security roles and ecosystem policies. External support from government or consultant may be necessary for these groups. Organizational culture play a significant role as well. In some Ugandan organizations, security is viewed as a hindrance rather than a priority, resulting in resistance to security initiative and training. Cultivating a culture that values security and compliance through continuous awareness program is important. Regarding environmental factors, a strong regulatory environment is critical. Uganda's regulatory framework for data protection and cloud services is still developing and often inconsistent, creating uncertainty for organizations about legal compliance. This lack of clear legislation and enforcement can discourage cloud adoption and slow digital transformation. Resource availability, both financial and human, is another major environmental factor. Many organizations operate on limited budgets, restricting their ability to invest in secure cloud infrastructure and hire skilled cybersecurity professionals. This shortage of appetite also affect their ability to meet international standards and certification necessary for trust in global markets. The next one is the maturity of Uganda ICT sector also impact cloud adoption. The local market has few cloud service providers offering tailored or secure solutions, pushing organizations to rely on foreign providers. This reliance raises concern about data sovereignty, higher costs, and lack of local support, which remain barriers to confident cloud adoption. Turning to individual factors, user resistance and skill shortage are important challenges. Employees may fear job loss or find new systems difficult to use, slowing down security governance efforts. Uganda faces a brain drain of IT and cybersecurity experts, further limiting the availability of skilled personnel to manage and enforce security policies. Next is continuous training and awareness are fundamental to security success. Many organizations underinvest in regular security education, causing employees lack knowledge on essential practices like password management, phishing detection, and safe data handling. This gap increases the risk of human error and data breaches. Lastly, risk management and control are important. Risk assessment help identify vulnerability and plan mitigation strategies. However, many Ugandan organizations lack formal, proactive risk management frameworks and tend to react to threats only after they occur, limiting their ability to align security with business goals. Next is access control and real-time monitoring are essential to prevent unauthorized access and detect threats early, while advanced measures like multi-factor authentication and centralized monitoring are standard elsewhere. Many Ugandan organizations, especially SME and public sector entities, face financial and technical barriers to implementing these controls. Moving on to incident response and recovery readiness are equally important. Effective plans with clear procedure and regular testing help minimize disruption during security incidents. Unfortunately, many organizations in Uganda have informal or outdated response plans, increasing risk of prolonged downtime, reputational damage, and financial loss. In summary, cloud adoption and governance in Uganda are shaped by a complex mix of technological readiness, organizational commitment, regulatory support, individual behavior, and risk management capabilities. Addressing these interconnected factors is important for organizations to fully benefit from cloud technologies. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is IWANA QISTINA. I'm going to present 4.0 perspective of other countries on information security governance in cloud adoption. First, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia decided that government office should mainly use cloud service first. They create a clear plan with specific rules so everyone knows what to do. This helps keep the data safe when moving to the cloud. For example, the governments might assign one team to manage data security while another team handles technology setup. Second, India. India started a project called GI Cloud Migrage to give government agency affordable and secure cloud service. They set up many data centers across the country and use VPNs like security internet tunnels to keep data private. For example, a state government can store its data in a local data center and connect securely through VPN, so only authorized people can access it. Third, Singapore. Singapore is a leader in using cloud technology. The government encouraged digital growth through initiatives like Smart Nations, which also focus on making cloud service safe and secure. For example, Singapore's health department used cloud service to store medical records securely while allowing authorized doctors to access patient data quickly. Next, South Korea. South Korea motivates its government to use cloud technology. They have strong rules and security measures in place so that data remains protected. As we can see, a public service portal in South Korea might use cloud service but with strict security rules to prevent hacking or data leaks. And lastly, Canada in financial sector. A big Canadian bank made a special security program for cloud use. They make sure all employees understand security rules and they use the right technology to keep customer data safe. For example, the bank trains staff on secure practices and use software controls to prevent hackers from accessing customer information. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now, let's discuss the key challenges faced by low-resource economies like Uganda in implementing information security governance for public cloud adoption. First, there are data confidentiality and privacy concerns. Many governments and organizations hesitate to store sensitive information on third-party cloud platforms due to fears of unauthorized access, data leaks, and spying. These fears are heightened by the fact that cloud data centers may be located in other countries, raising issues around data sovereignty and protections. Second, there is the loss of control over data. When outsourcing to cloud providers, organizations lose direct control over data location, access rights, and incident response. This lack of control, coupled with limited transparency from providers, cause governments to worry about foreign intrusion and compliance with governance requirements. Third, a limited skilled workforce is a major obstacle. Low-resource countries often struggle to recruit and retain cybersecurity professionals with expertise in cloud governance. This shortage is worsened by insufficient training opportunities and brain drain, reducing the ability to manage cloud security effectively. Fourth, infrastructure limitations such as poor internet connectivity, unreliable power supply, and outdated IT system hinder cloud service accessibility and security enforcement. These infrastructure gaps make it difficult to monitor cloud environments and implement necessary governance control. Finally, trust and awareness issues also impede adoption. Many organizations lack understanding of cloud security models and governance needs, leading to skepticism and resistance. Misinformation and lack of reputable local cloud providers further reduce confidence in cloud solutions. Therefore, this research recommends the following. First, establishing clear policies and security responsibility across all government ministries and agencies is critical. These policies should clearly define roles related to data classification, access control, incident response, and compliance aligned with the shared responsibility model and centralized governance. Second, investing in local ICT and cybersecurity skills is essential. Capacity building through training, certifications, and partnerships with academia and the private sector will reduce dependence on external experts and improve governance effectiveness. Third, promoting trust and awareness campaigns will educate stakeholders about cloud security models and responsibilities, build confidence through transparency, and share regional success stories to overcome fears around data privacy and sovereignty. Finally, aligning governance with international standards such as ISO or IEC 27001 and COBIT tailored to Uganda's context will provide a structured and sustainable approach to policy formulations, risk management, and control implementation. The next step is to pilot this governance framework within government agencies to validate and refine its practical applications. This approach will help Uganda harness the full potential of cloud computing while ensuring security, compliance, and sustainable growth. To conclude, adopting public cloud computing in low-resource economies like Uganda holds great promise for cost savings, scalability, and improved service delivery. However, this benefit can only be fully realized with a robust, situation-specific information security governance framework that address the unique technical, organizational, and regulatory challenges faced locally. Key challenges such as inadequate ICT infrastructure, shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals, weak legal frameworks, and low awareness among stakeholders increase risks like data breaches, loss of control over information, and compliance failures. These risks threaten to undermine the potential advantages of cloud adoption.